Welcome back to another episode of Fabric Garage. So in this episode, we are going to be installing the transmission mount insert. Whether you're a manual transmission like me or you have a DSG, that insert goes into the factory mount and it gets rid of the slop. They make it sloppy from factory because it's a comfort thing. So when you shift gears, you're like a comfortable shift. This here, once you put that in, it's going to be more like you put it in gear and you get that little kick. So again, for a daily driver, if you want comfort, you don't want performance, don't do this mod. But if you want to bang a gear and feel that kick, like, the old days, then this is the mod for you. It's super cheap and people swear by it. So we'll see if it actually makes a difference. And then we're also gonna build the exhaust for this car. We're gonna put the MagnaFlow muffler instead of the two baby resonators, and we're gonna delete the big resonator, and we're gonna delete the mufflers and weld some nice stainless tips on there. So I'll show you guys once it's done. So let me turn the camera around. We'll get to installing that mount insert. All right, so for the transmission insert for the mount, you're gonna need a M10 triple square. Actually here. So M10 triple square to take these two out. I already have them loose. One out. Take two out. You don't reuse that. And then this here just basically replaces that. And then you put the two bolts back in and you torque it. All right, I put a little bit of NSEs on threads. NSEs is not a lubricant. It's really just so the bolt won't get seized in there over time. The bolt's not gonna fall off. Give a couple ugga duggers. That's it. All right, so as you can see here, we already installed that, so that's good. Here's my exhaust setup. So this is all factory pipe up to here. Right here we have that MagnaFlow 113A5. That's the one that I bought for the Miata, which is right there. And I ended up not using it. So if you want to buy one of these here, a lot of people are using this exact one for the B8 S4. It sounds really nice. What I did was I kept the factory clamp. So I basically just cut the piece of the factory pipe that was here and I moved it back here and I welded that to that. So that way I can undo this and I can drop the whole bottom half of the exhaust just like the factory one. And you don't want to do a one-piece exhaust because if you have to drop the exhaust to service the drive shaft or anything, you want to be able to separate your exhaust. So this section here is just basically was right here was a factory clamps. They were still in good shape. And then from here goes to an X pipe, which I have the link below. It is all stainless. And then from here it just goes out to two tips. That. So that's how it looks. And this is painted silver with ceramic coating. So we'll see how long that lasts. This ceramic paint is supposed to hold up to a lot of heat. The whole exhaust system is stainless steel, so it's not like it's gonna rot out. But I figured giving it like a ceramic coating, this is a high heat ceramic coating, it'll make it rust a little less. Stainless steel does still get surface rust. Just because it's stainless doesn't mean it doesn't rust. It all depends on the grade of stainless. Certain stainless steel, you can put a magnet to it and it won't stick, and some of them it will. So the ones that usually magnets don't stick to it are the ones that are usually don't rust as fast. So the labor was free, and I already had stainless steel pipe from the exhaust on the Miata. So it's kind of, this was like really cheap. I already have a welder. I already had welding wire. It was really just my time. So, yeah, I could have spent $1,500 and bought a. Let me focus here. I could have spent $1,500 and bought a AWE Torrent or track or an actual exhaust. But you know what? I would rather spend the money right now on a tune, on the intake, and get the build rolling, than to just put an expensive exhaust on it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. I have 3 cars, so for me to be dumping all my money into one car, I want to do it slowly. I want to build it slowly. So, at least the way it is right now, I'll have a decently loud exhaust. It'll sound good. Eventually, when I go stage two plus, then I'll most likely just drop this whole setup and put an actual name brand exhaust on it. But for a homemade exhaust, that is perfect. So I'm gonna lower the car. I'll start it up for you guys to hear it, and I'll do a couple of videos of a drive-by, so you guys can hear how the exhaust sound. Like I said, a lot of people use the MagnaFlow 113A5s for this exact setup. They delete the 2 baby resonators that are here, and they put that instead. And you can watch more videos on YouTube of this exact sound. A lot of people don't bother with the next pipe back here. They'll just do the MagnaFlow muffler all the way down straight pipe. I did a next pipe here because some other guy on YouTube did that, and it made it sound a little better. And I figured, since I already have it, why not use it? So yeah, not gonna be a super long video. Next week we're gonna tune the car with a stage 1. I'm not gonna tell you guys which company I went with, but stay tuned for next video. We're gonna tune it, and then we're gonna go for a ride and see if this thing pulls hard or not.